Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining us again today. Here I am again. Got my team with me again on this relatively nice Saturday afternoon. I hope everyone's having a good day so far. We're going to test a couple of things before we get on. We're going to test the sound. Everything looks okay. Just going to read a couple of comments before we make a start. Hi Patricia, hi Andrew, hi Anne, hi Kay. Kay, I've updated my site, you say, on Google, but need to get a phone confirmation. Okay. Yeah, there is probably a confirmation on its way to you. So that should be coming soon. Sounds good. Everything looks good. Video looks good. Slide is showing. Looks like we're good to go. There's always a few late joiners, and especially on a Saturday. So we'll just give it a few more seconds. I've got Josh with me as well. I'll have to get Josh on camera soon, but he's a bit shy, but he's helping me in the chat. So thanks, Josh, for your help as well today. Wasn't able to move the pointer on Google Maps. The entire thing kept moving. Okay, wasn't able to move the pointer on Google Maps. Okay, that's an interesting one. I suppose what we'll do next week, Maureen, is we've got a few more of us on hand for a one-to-one. So I've spoken to my team. I've got about 20 consultants, believe it or not, up just in one office, and they're all happy to do a bit of overtime and extra time to help out for any one-to-one help that anyone needs. So of course they'll just help you log on, they'll show you what to do, and they'll just leave you alone to try and do it yourself. But there's a few of them available. I'm available as well for a few one-to-ones, so we're going to kick those off maybe next week. But if there's any kind of individual issues that you've all got, then we'll help you out in the chat. Josh, if you can dive in and see if you can help out some of these questions. Bing listing looks good. How do I make the Google one match it? Well, the Google one is Google My Business. So even if you just Google My Business, you should see the link to get started. If you can't find that, then make sure you're signed into Google, and you'll be able to hopefully find Google My Business. It should be relatively straightforward to get in there. Okay, so a few of the questions. Everything looks good. Day's going fine. Hope everyone's working hard. We are, as always. We're obviously working with a lot of small businesses at the moment, and there's a lot of challenges, and we get that. Some bit of positivity, though. Google are obviously working with us day in, day out. They're talking to us every day about the situation. Microsoft as well. There's some interesting things happening out there, and the prediction and projection is, as soon as we start to come out of this, they really think there's going to be a massive boost in business spending, and whether that be for a bakery to a florist to solicitors, hotels, accommodation, there's really the general consensus at the moment at Google is that there's going to be a huge boost and uplift in online searches, and that is not far away as well. If not, we're seeing some of that already, because I said to everyone yesterday, there's a kind of a 90-day consumer journey. So do bear that in mind. People are looking now at your business, even though you might be closed at the moment. So people are looking, they're researching, they're planning. And we find this at Christmas, bizarrely enough. We find at Christmas and Boxing Day in the last couple of years, I don't know if it's because we're all getting a bit sick of our families, but search traffic goes through the roof on afternoon on Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day especially. And that's things for, even things like florists, solicitors. I don't know if it's maybe divorce solicitors or whatnot, but accountants and accommodation. People are really looking for small businesses online during what we would normally think would be the quiet times. So my advice to all sort of small local businesses at the moment is spend as much time as you can planning your marketing, and put as much of your time and energy into your marketing now, so that you're ready for what we believe is going to be one of the biggest surges in traffic and searches in the last couple of few years. I'd probably go back longer, but we really feel like things are going to pick up soon. So just be prepared for that. Yeah, we don't know what day it is either, Andrew. Working very hard. I thought for one moment I thought it was Friday today, but no. Where's the football, Andrew? It's all very bizarre at the moment. Has everyone claimed their Bing listing? So everyone been to bingplaces.com. Get on there, claim your listing, bingplaces.com. Kay, you've already had customers inquiring about when you reopen. Yes, we're hearing this left, right, and centre. We're small businesses that are closed are getting inquiries right now because consumers want to get in there first. They want to book you before everyone else does. So it's a very strange time at the moment, and indeed a lot of people do have plenty of cash still at the moment. So I would say this next week is quite important. Maybe think about a promotion, which we're going to talk about in a moment's time. You've looked at your Bing listing. Okay. There's a few questions that Josh might have to pick up here. Thanks, Josh. I can see that you're answering the questions. Okay, right. So we're looking at creating a promotion today. Obviously, there's a number of people not being able to join today, with it being a Saturday. Completely understandable. We've had hundreds of businesses join this week. We're blown away by the level of support that you've even showed us. Ultimately, we're a business at the end of the day, and we sincerely want to survive through this as much as everyone else. And again, sincerely, we are so thankful for your happy and good reviews that you've given us. Thank you so much. We're pleased that it's helping. So what we're going to do today is we're going to be really hands-on. We're going to be very hands-on, and it's a Saturday, so let's not. We won't take up too much of your time. We're going to look at creating the perfect promotion. So what I'm going to do now is share my screen, and I'm going to jump on to a website. So I'll just make sure that everyone can see that page. Just make sure that it's showing. It is showing, so looking good. And my assistant, thank you, Josh, he says everyone can see it. So we're good to go. Okay, so what we're going to look at today, and bearing in mind we're keeping these short and sweet, we will be doing more longer ones next week. And I've got 2 or 3 colleagues who, probably one of the best digital marketing consultants in the UK. One of which works directly with Google and Bing. He runs our Google Ads team and all that, and he's going to show you guys soon how to create your own Google Ads campaign. Now, Google Ads is a very, very, very powerful tool that gets inquiries almost immediately. So if you're looking for inquiries and leads, then running a successful Google Ads campaign can do just that. You've got to be really careful how you set them up, though, because you can waste money on them if you set them up in the wrong way. So we're going to show you how to set one up yourself. I mean, I hope this really will help. But our guy at InfoServe is going to show you that in the next few days. So keep an eye on that one, because that one really is. It's quite a special webinar. So more on that soon. Today we're very hands-on, not presentation style today. It's actually looking at the website, looking at your website. What I've got in front of me is I've done a bit of prep here. I've created a fake website, basically. But before I dive into this fake website, I'm just going to tell you, we're going to be setting up a promotion today, and we're going to set up a landing page on your website. And this particular session is very, very good for those people that were in the session yesterday and learned all about how to increase conversions on your website. So we're actually going to show you how to get more conversions from your website visitors. And I'm going to show you where to lay out some of these bits and bobs. So I'm actually going to do it. I'm actually going to build it live, and that's going to be really interesting. So we'll show you exactly how to lay out that perfect page. What is a landing page? Well, a landing page is something that you're running a marketing campaign towards. So, for example, you might have a Facebook post that you create, and on that Facebook post, you might say, and let me give you an example. You might be a physiotherapist. Now, I'm just going to be using our InfoServe page here, so just bear with me on this. But let's just pretend that I'm a physiotherapist and I want to run a promotion. So, for example, I want to do 30 minutes free consultation, 30 minutes free. I'm going to create a post on Facebook, and it will be along the lines of, get 30 minutes free consultation. For example, I'm just making this up, and it'll be this week only, we'll be asking people to sign up now. And so I'm keeping this very simple. I'm adding a couple of images here, as you can see, and I'm going to post that post on Facebook. Keep your posts as simple as you can. Remember to put spacing between lines, because people don't tend to read blocks of text anymore. We recommend that you have everything separated as much as you can. So, one line, another line separated, and then maybe a couple more bits underneath that. So what I'm going to do is show you how to create a page on your website that we recommend linking this post to. So, for example, my website, abc.com/landing page, just an example, obviously example website. This is the page I'm going to make on my website. So yes, what we're saying today is that this might indeed need you to make a whole new page on your website. But the good news is even if you've got a page on your website for the service that we're talking about. So for example, if you're offering 30 minutes physiotherapy, or if you're offering a buy one, get one free, or a consultation, of a one night stay, 30 minutes of advisory work, whatever it may be, you might already have a page on your website for that particular service. So, for example, if you're a solicitor, you want to maybe get more divorce inquiries for legal advice in divorce, then you'll already probably have a divorce page for legal advice on your website. And we're going to show you in a minute how to improve that page on your website. I hope that makes sense. So for most of you already have websites, and you already have a dedicated service page for many of your services. What I'm doing in this scenario is I'm actually going to create a whole new page specifically for a marketing campaign. And where possible, we do advise you to do that. So what we do advise you to do is create a whole new page on your website, if you can, for the promotion or the message that you want to get out there for the next month, maybe 2 months. So let's create a page on your website. A lot of website builders already allow you to do this. I'm just using ours as an example. And by the way, we've got a few people in today that are our website customers. So there's a few people in chat today that are customers of ours that have a website with us. And they can do this using their tool. So a lot of you might relate to this if you've seen this before. For those that can't edit their website, don't worry. I'm going to show you what I'd advise, and then you'll know what to tell your web designer. You'll know what to then say to your web guy or whoever can help you out with this. So, like I say, it's really easy to create a page to run a promotion. I'm just going to show you a very quick example here. I've added a new page to my website for a campaign that I'm going to run. And all I need to do now is edit the text, change the imagery, etc., because this is just a template. Obviously, bear that in mind. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that a second, because what I want to do is, this is my fake website, and I've created a blank page here. So on this page, I've got the header is always there, and the footer of my website is always there as well. Ignore those bits because they're just fake. What I want to do is I want to show you how to create that perfect landing page. And I want everyone to bear in mind that the structure of this page, because if this is a perfect landing page, then surely what it tells us is that we know that when visitors land on this page, conversion rates are better than normal pages that don't have these elements that I'm going to show you now. So you might be able to take away 2 or 3 things today that go, oh, okay, you might think I haven't got a contact page at that particular position on my website. Or you might think, well, I haven't got a headline there where these guys are shut. So if I do, that might drive more conversions. And yes, it will. If you copy what we show you now, it will improve conversion rates. A conversion rate, remember, is when someone lands on your website to then actually phoning you or contacting you. And we want to help you get more of those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off at the top of the website, at the very top, what we call the hero section. A hero section, you might recognize, looks like this. It's usually an image, one of these styles here, an image. Maybe it's got a headline, etc., like this, and it's usually got, a very striking image. What we want to do today, though, is we want to improve conversion rates. So I'm really going to create a sort of top bit of my landing page that I know will improve conversion rates. And we've pre-built lots of sections. Our designers have pre-built these sections within our tool. So they've spent hours and hours and hours. We've taken all the Google advice, and we know now exactly what works. Really, this information is gold dust. Okay, so let me see if I can do this. Bear with me. I'm going to actually have to refresh that because I think I did a bit of mistake there. So let me just go back in, add the section. And what I'm going to do, like I say, is I'm creating the top half of my page here, just the top bit. And we call this the above the fold. Above the fold is what visitors to your website see on their screen, first of all. So it's the stuff that people see above everything else. Below the fold would be down here. Above the fold is what they can see straight away when they land on your website. So at the moment, I'm in the website editor here. So this is me editing a website. So do bear that in mind. I am in the website editor here. I can preview this at any time. And I'm pretending that I'm your website designer. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to pretend that I'm your website. I'm not a website designer here, but I'm just showing you how easy it is to improve conversion rates. What we want to do this last week and this next week is we're showing you actually you can improve inquiry rates to overnight by 2/3. We've done this stuff on many websites, and we've seen those inquiry rates shoot through the roof just by doing these changes. So what I've done straight away is I've got a top half of my website done, and basically it's I'm going to start editing this now to show you how to get the perfect landing page. So this is what we call the header. And let's just go back to Facebook, and let's say that I'm doing a 30 minutes free consultation. So what I'm going to do is, as you can imagine, if I want to have a landing page for this, that is what I'm going to type into the landing page. And it's going to be maybe get 30 minutes free consultation. I'm not a physiotherapist. I don't know the industry inside out. I'm just doing guesswork here, but I hope you can read between the lines. This is basically, you'll understand what I'm trying to get at here, is the headline has to immediately tell the visitor exactly what's on page. So make sure the headline is very clear, very easy to read, and it tells that visitor exactly what you're doing. Okay, so get 30 minutes free consultation. This week only, we're offering all new customers 30 minutes free physio Physiotherapy. Oh my word! There we go. Therapy. Can't even spell at this time. Great. Okay, so there we go. Free 30 minutes physiotherapy. Now that's just a bit of description, but just before I enter that description, what I want to do is I want to highlight the pain points that your potential customers have. What is this promotion fixing? That's what I want everyone to think about. So what is this offer or promotion actually fixing for people? Now, so for example, at the moment, people are running, I guess, at the moment and trying to keep fit. So my first line might be, are you in pain? I'm doing this off the cuff, everyone. So if this isn't perfect, I do apologize, but I hope you get the picture. Are you in pain from running? Are you in pain from all your exercise? This week, we're offering all new customers 30 minutes free physiotherapy. Okay. So bearing in mind, it's really simple, it's really clear, and it starts with the pain point. What is it that you're trying to fix? I remember going to a Google presentation just before Christmas, and they really hit this one home. They said, with anything you do, with any sort of social media post or ad or promotion that you're running, start with the pain, start with the problem. So the problem, and then you'll actually see Google and Microsoft and even Apple do this quite a lot. For example, one of our solutions is that we can do Google Ads management, for example. So we might start with, need more inquiries? Does your business need more new customers? We can help you get more customers with our Google Ads management. That might be a promotion we would run. So for physiotherapists, you might start with, like I say, are you in pain? Have you got any injuries at the moment? Blah, blah, blah. So start with the problem and then offer the solution. Now, this particular page I'm building has, I would recommend for any landing page that you have a contact form near the top. So I'm going to look at the contact form in a second. What I'm going to do is just delete this button here on the left, because we don't need a button at this stage. The reason why is the call to action and the contact form is right there. A call to action is, if you can see it, a call to action is this. That is a call to action. I'm calling the visitor to take action. So I hope that makes sense. So let me try and clean this up a little bit. As I say, I'm not a designer, but I can kind of tell when something doesn't look too great. So let's see what we've got so far. We've got get 30 minutes free consultation. Are you in pain? We're offering 30 minutes free. And then on the right-hand side here, I'd make sure you have a contact form. The contact form could be a bit higher up within this image. It doesn't really matter, just as long as it's nice and clear and easy to see. On the contact form, keep it simple. Keep it simple. I'm just going to put book your appointment, and maybe I'm going to put now, because that does add a bit of urgency. Some people don't like that, and I get that. It's all down to personal opinion. But what we do find is by using the word now or today, it really does make people take action quicker. So use that kind of language where you can. This contact form is perfect. Keep it really simple. Name, email, phone number, maybe a message field here as well. So keep that contact form really simple. 4 fields, that's all we'd recommend. Now, what we need to be thinking about is the benefit of our solution. And I haven't really highlighted that yet. I could highlight that here. I could highlight it and say our free consultation will help you fix any injuries instantly. Whatever you want to say, however you know your business. What I'm saying is make sure you put the benefit, and if you can start with the benefit. So for example, starting with the benefit would be injury free, or run faster, feel better, get a free 30-minute consultation. So make sure you get the benefit in here somewhere. What is the benefit to the person that's going to use your promotional offer? Underneath the hero image, what I want to do is, we talked yesterday about the unique selling points, and I just want to draw your eyes to this section here. It's quite hard to read, actually. So what I would do as a designer, I'd probably make this text a little bit darker, as so. And all of this text here is just placeholder text. You know, it's just it's made up. It's not anything to do with what we do here. So I'm just highlighting the requirement to have your unique selling points just here, really clear, really easy to see. So for example, you know, I could put 30 years experience, 30 years experience. And I could put qualified doctor, qualified medical team, best technology, emergency help. Maybe that is applicable for a physiotherapist, but some of the wording I'm sure isn't right. But you get the picture. 30 years experience, a free delivery for those that deliver, free consult. You know, there's all sorts of things you can put in here. And what these unique selling points are, this is the value proposition. This is what makes you different to your competition. Okay, so there's the top half of the page done. It's really easy to make an inquiry. Now, I really want to make this put this point home, because when you do a promotion, what I want you to do is run the promotion in as many places as you can. So we're not just doing this promotion on Facebook. We're also doing it on your Google My Business. So remember, on Google My Business, if I just use that example we've been looking at all week, dynamic decor. So if I go here, we looked at your Google My Business listing on the right-hand side. Don't forget, you can create a post. And on that post, you should have your promotion. And that promotion should use exactly the same language as what you've used on your Facebook post and what you've used on your landing page. And don't forget, the link that you're using on these promotions is going to be the same link, and it's going to put people straight to this page here. And by making it really easy for people to sign up, making it really quick, really easy, you can just go for it, and they will fill in these blah, 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 blah. You know, I need help. Make it really easy, and then but that's it. So the point of this is make it really quick and easy for someone to sign up. So don't have lots and lots of buttons going to different pages. Don't have lots and lots of links going off to different areas of your website. This landing page is linear. It's got to be linear. It's got to be simple, and it's got to be making it easy for someone to sign up within seconds. Okay, so back to the rest of the page. So we've got the headline. The headline has got to make a connection with the reader, with the benefits, so that it's going to make that connection. What are the pain points? What are the problems that you're trying to fix? We've got a clear call to action. Book now. Book your appointment now. And we're trying to point out why you're different as well. So we're trying to make you sound unique, different to everyone else out there. Now, I don't know if anyone can tell me what comes next. What else do we need on this page? I want to test the group here. A little question. What else do we need to put on this landing page? Can anyone tell me and Josh? And just whilst you're all thinking, I wrote down a statistic we got from Google on these types of pages. Targeting your pages correctly, so doing all of this, can increase conversions by up to 300%. So just let that sink in. Doing all of this can increase conversion rates by up to 300%. And then the second point I wanted to say is you've only got 8 seconds to make an impression on the landing page. I think I said 7 yesterday, but I actually made an error there. It's actually 8 seconds that we've looked at the number again today, and apparently it's 8 seconds. You've only got 8 seconds to get people to decide on whether they're going to use you or not. And that's why this layout is so important. So Josh, I can't see the chat. Has anyone answered correctly? Or can you give me some good answers? The answer is, everybody, reviews. So proofing. You need to show proof in your service and your business, and that is reviews. Josh, can you tell me who managed to get that answer? Because I'd like to give a shout out to whoever guessed that correctly. So what we need to do is we're going to be adding reviews to this page. Before I do, though, Michael, well done, Michael. Testimonials, good answer. Before I add reviews, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a section underneath for a little bit more of a description about the service that I'm offering. Now, bearing in mind, what I'm adding here is template sections here. So we've pre-built these template sections before. We've styled them perfectly. You know, as you can see, we've styled all this exactly perfectly so that we don't have to spend hours designing things minutely. There's no point. We've got it all already. So what I've got here is a section. Let me just, I'm one of those types of perfectionists that likes to get everything looking perfectly. So your designer will be able to do all this for you. What I obviously need to do is change the image. So what I'm going to do is drop in an image, and that one looks, no, let's go for that one. So does that look okay? Yeah, that looks okay. By the way, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Ignore what I'm doing at the moment, guys. Ignore this little bit of technical bit I'm doing, but don't be afraid to add spacing. So what is spacing? If I just show you, if you watch the screen, can you see how I'm adding padding to move the image up and down? Don't be afraid to do space, use space. Now, what white space is what we call it. What white space allows you to have is it allows the visitors to read things easier. You'll have a look at your website after this. Have a look at how much white space you have. Is all of your content quite clumped together quite closely? Because if it is, that's bad. People find it hard to read key content. And so if you notice the amount of space that I'm using, nice, clean, modern, big headlines with big font. Don't be afraid to use big font. And also the spacing between sections. Look at this here. There's a lot of white space between the sections because I want people to read. We need people to see this stuff and we need them to have a nice, easy experience. And so here we go. We're going down to the section here. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make this, I'm just going to make this text a little bit bigger. I'll do that in a second. And it's going to go like this. And so this section below, I'm just going to increase the text size. Again, don't be afraid to have big text. I'm just going to pull that up a little bit. And if you're wondering what dashboard I'm using here, what editor this is the InfoServe editor. So apologies if some of you haven't got it, but we know that a lot of you have website editors and Dash. So this is quite easy to do on a lot of website editors. If you can't do this yourself, just ask your web designer, show them this webinar if needs be. What we're going to do is going to upload a perfect landing page image. We're going to upload an image somewhere. I think we're going to put that on the /COVID page on our own website, but we'll share that later on. So we're going to give you all an image of the perfect landing page so you can at least show your designer, okay, I want this, and then he or she will be able to do that. So this bit here is where you'll talk more about the service that you're offering, and that's it. Look how clean, simple it is so far. You've got the unique selling points, and then if people want to read more about that service, they can do. What I need to do here is I need to add a button, and I'm going to explain why. So I'm just going to go ahead and add a button to. Let me just find the button. There we go. I'm just going to drag and drop a button, and there we go. What was let's have a look. What did we said? Remember, have a look at what your call to action is. So the call to action, it says book your appointment now. So I wonder if, I'm sure everyone can guess what I'm going to write on the button here. It is book your appointment now. I might not use now, I might just put book your appointment. Another little trick, everyone, is to use capital letters on each word. Now, don't ask me why, because this is all to do with big data and knowledge and insights. But we've found that by using capital letters on each word of a call to action, it actually improves conversion rates. Crazy, I know, but it actually apparently makes it stand out. It makes people read it better. So as you can see, I'm adding a button here. I know some of you might not be able to read this very clearly, but hopefully you get the idea of what I'm saying here. And we've got it there, book your appointment. Now what I'm just going to do, and your web designer can do this, so again, don't worry if it is tricky for you to do. I'm just going to add an anchor link. Now this is where it gets a bit techie. I do appreciate that, but essentially what I want to do is when anyone clicks on this button, I want them to jump up to that contact form at the top of the page. So I've created an anchor link to that contact page, the contact form here. And so let me just show you. I'm going to delete all this just because we don't need that in there. Let's say someone lands on this page. They're loving it. They love the offer. They're reading a bit more. Oh, yeah. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, I'm interested. I want to book an appointment. There we go. And they just fill in their name. So what that button did is it took me straight back. I'm on the Mac, so it pre-fills everything when I fill in a form. So there we go. If I click on that button, just to reconfirm, it takes me straight back to that booking form. My advice is don't take them to another page. It's okay if you take them to the contact page. That's all right. It's not the worst case scenario to take someone from here to the contact page. That's okay. And we've built many websites that do that. But ideally, where possible, just keep the visitor on the same page. Make sure they don't leave this page. So book the appointment, and it's really easy to fill in the form. Okay, so we've got the section here. I'm not afraid to use white space. Remember, make sure everything's laid out nice and clearly. One thing we haven't done is we haven't added testimonials. So let me, by the way, Patricia, well done, Patricia, you guessed correctly. Testimonials is the one we need to add. So again, we've pre-built areas for testimonials. So I'm just going to add a section that we've built. And if I save that, done. Now, how easy is it to do this as a designer? Well, genuinely, this takes me, we've only been here 30 minutes. I could have done this in 15 minutes. Bear that in mind. If I'd not been talking you through it, I probably would have done this in 10 minutes. It is really easy. I don't even have to have pre-built sections. It's really easy just to drag and drop text and images into a web builder. I'm going to leave this as it is. I'm sure you'll all understand what I'm trying to get at here. But I'm going to leave this as it is. We've got the image there of the testimonials. I'm just going to move that back up slightly just to balance this out a bit. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, guys. Apologies. So maybe I'll move that down a little bit. You can tell I'm a bit of a perfectionist, aren't I? So there we go. We've got the sections nicely laid out here. Perfect symmetry, perfect spacing. And we've now got the testimonials and customer reviews. Okay, so I want to just point out something here before we move on. You need to make this whole process frictionless. And what I mean by frictionless is whether you're selling goods on your website, or whether you're getting people to sign up to something, or whether you want people to go to a contact form, make it as easy as you possibly can. So what I want everyone to do today after this is go to their website and put yourself in your potential customers' shoes, because one of the things we see a lot is we don't think about how our potential customers are thinking. I want you to go on your page on your website and just see how easy it is to get to book with you or to call you or to inquire with you or to fill in a contact form. I, for one, don't like phoning businesses, weirdly enough. I just like to fill in a form and then get someone to call me back. Maybe it's because I'm working on a Saturday, but I just like to fill in a form. And so bear that in mind. Many people just love to fill in a form and just have you do the hard work for them. They want you to pick up the phone and ring them within a few hours if possible. But 24 hours, 48 hours is okay. But many people are looking to just fill in a form. So make that process as easy as possible. And so that's why this page is almost perfect. You've got the clear headline, you've got the clear booking, and I'm going to send that and I'm done. It's taken a few seconds to do that. And maybe I saw your promotion on your Facebook page. Maybe I saw it on a Google Ads campaign. Wherever I saw your service or promotion, I clicked on the link, I landed on this page, and I've signed up and I'm done within seconds. That's a frictionless experience. And it's the same for e-commerce. Sell services on your website. Make sure that, especially on mobile phone, it's really easy just to put a product in the checkout, order the product, and then it's done. Make it really secure, really trustworthy, and really frictionless. Now, what I would say here is we're almost done. I probably would like to. What I would like to do is at the bottom of this page add another, if I can. Let's hope the internet's working all right. It seems a bit better today. So what I want to do is add another contact area. So I'm just going to that will do. Let's just add another section at the bottom, like so, and I'd probably minimize this a bit more. What I'm going to do is I would probably copy this contact form and then add it in here at the bottom. So I'm just going to delete that there and put the same contact form back in there. And now I could do that, or what might be better is I could just have that button. So remember, we created the button, and I'll have the button again here. And what will happen with that button is when anyone clicks on that button, they'll be taken, guess what, straight to the contact form at the top of the page. So again, click on the button and there's that contact form. I'm not overcomplicating the process. And in fact, you know, there's a train of thought to say, if you just want form fills and you want to avoid lots and lots of phone calls, and actually us as a business sometimes prefer that because we like to get form fills coming in, because what that allows us to do is say, okay, hey, we can then contact you at the most appropriate time, and also we've got your contact details, so we can come back to you at different times. And yeah, of course, if someone's sharing their email with you, then you're as long as you've got the checkbox saying by submitting this contact form. So you need a little bit of a line here to say, by submitting this contact form, you are sharing your responses with the company. So I'm just going to do that. As long as you've got this, by filling in this form, you agree to share your responses with, we'll call them PY, the company is PY. Okay, so that's just a made-up company name. But you can see what I'm doing here. And by filling in this form, you agree to share. Now, as long as you've said that, as long as you've got that in there, what you can then do is you're collecting email for email marketing. And I would recommend that you then use an email marketing platform such as there's many out there. You just need to Google them. I was going to give you some names, but maybe it's better for me just to say Google email marketing, and you'll come up with lots of free options. And what I'd recommend you do is then you're collecting emails, and you can then put this offer or other future offers out to that audience later on. So we encourage form fills. So what I would say is there could be a train of thought to say, let's delete that other contact, such as the phone number. Let's just keep it really simple and have a button that goes to a contact form, because the more linear and simple this experience is, the more you'll get of that one thing, which is form fills. If you have email addresses, form fills, etc., you might find that it lowers conversion rates. So basically, that is the perfect landing page. And I'm just going to show you one last thing, if that's okay. Again, landing pages are very easy easy to make, to the point where we have created landing pages of our own many times. Again, here's another example of a landing page. The campaign title goes there, a bit of information about the campaign, and then really clear, simple call to action. You can even put a check box here, and away you are, away you go. Unique selling points, reasons to sign up, a bit of information about the product, and then that's it, guys. You just keep it really simple. Just keep it really simple, and that is the perfect layout for improving conversion rates. I'm going to go back to Facebook. I'm going to get rid of that example post that I did. Look at all this small business support that we're trying to promote at the moment, and we hope you do. You are liking it, and hope it is working. I'm just going to go to a post though that we've done. Okay, so here we are. I'm just going to a post here that we've created, and let's pretend that this is your post that you've created, and this is, for example, the 30 minutes free consultation or 20% off. Keep it really simple. Keep it really, really kind of straight to the point, and then have that landing page or the page that you want people to go to. And then what I'd recommend is you boost the post. So you've probably all seen this, but what I'd recommend is you click the boost button, and you're then taken through. To an area where you can boost, put a bit of money into this post, and get it out there to an audience. So we indeed can do the same on our post here. Blah 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 blah. And I'm just going through the different options. What you can do is you can target people. Obviously, as you may or may not know, on Facebook it allows you to target an audience. So, for example, if this post is going to appeal to, I don't know, 35 to 65 plus, let's say. We want to target not the whole of England. Let's say we want to target, I don't know, we're based in North Yorkshire, so we'll go for a city near us, Leeds, and we'll go for, say, Newcastle as well, even though that's a bit out of our United Kingdom. Is that going to come up? No? Oh, yeah, there we go, United Kingdom. Let's say we're targeting a couple of cities. Leads, and you can even look at something a little bit smaller than that in terms of radius, and you can shorten your radius to make sure that you do just get people within that area. So there's my geographic targeting, and what I want to do then is add in an audience. Now let's say you're a physiotherapist and you want to target people that are runners. Running, I can target them. In sports injury, let's have a look. Is there anything going to come up here? Injury. Okay. Oh, hang on a sec. It's not. Well, it's going to be. I'm just going to example use that, and I'll go fitness. There are loads of different. If I was in my full editor, you'd see all this. But it's really easy to target. Different audiences, as you can see. So this is my audience targeting, and what it does is it tells you how many people I can reach. Now, the good thing about Facebook is you can reach people like this that could be interested in your type of service. So there we go. That's that done. I'm done. That's all it takes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a budget in for 7 days. So I'm going to run this campaign. Well, let's go 14 days. Oops. Let's go 14 days in a second, but let me just put in £25 first, because there is a minimum budget required on Facebook. But as you can see, what I'm going to do is spend a total of £25, and that's all you need to spend. Put in £25, see how it goes. Put in 14 days, and then you are almost ready to go. I just need to put my card details in now, so I'm not going to do that. But once I've put my card details in, I then just click boost, and that's it. We're done. It's as simple as that. And so I've created a landing page. I've created a Facebook campaign, an ad campaign within probably 20 minutes, 30 minutes. my advice, our advice to you at this time is to put your time into marketing, explore the world of marketing. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. This can be quite complex if you want to do more. We're talking about low budget here of £25, and what you'll get from this is, yes, maybe 1 or 2 bookings, but to maintain and sustain an ad campaign over a number of weeks and months, it can cost more. So I do want to kind of forewarn everyone. A budget of, I would say, 250 a month is usually the minimum that we'd recommend to anyone doing their own ad campaign or anything. That's the bare minimum. For example, Google, if you're running an ad campaign with Google, they don't support businesses that spend less than £6 a day. The help center is just not there for anyone that spends less than £6 a day. So that's because they know that anything under £6 a day is just not worth doing. It's just not reaching enough people. It's just not having enough effect. And what I've shown you here is a very simple express version of an ad campaign. Now, I would recommend doing this, and I've done this myself for many of even my own friends, and obviously we've done it many times for businesses that we work with. And a £25 budget works great for a one-off. Do it for a one-off, and it can work really well. But the only way it's going to work well is, if I just cancel that, is if you have the offer on your website. You've got to have the offer, the wording on your website, on your Facebook page, on your Google posts, on your Twitter, on LinkedIn, on anywhere that you are online, on all of your listings if you can. So we understand this can take time, but having an offer, you basically, the good news is you can run an offer and you can get new business and new inquiries tomorrow, next week. You can do it, and this is the way to do it. But instead of wasting money doing that, put a bit of time into doing this. Edit your website, get the offer on the website. Look, worst case scenario, if you have to just do a pop-up on your website, that's okay. So it's quite easy to do a pop-up, and I'm going to do one here to show you. So here's a pop-up that we pre-made for someone else before, and I'm just going to add that pop-up to the website. I'm just using the dashboard that we have at InfoServe, and it's really easy to add a pop-up. And there we go. And all I want to do now is change the wording, change the text, and I can change the pop-up settings here, and I can do lots and lots of neat little tricks. But what I would do is, if you can't edit your website, if you can't create a new page, that's okay. At least have some kind of pop-up that appears on your website, because people are going to land on your website. And just to give you one last idea of a pop-up, what you can do is you can have that pop-up. I've gone 2021 there. You can have that pop-up appear at any time. Let's go for an April the 1st. What you can do with pop-ups is you can trigger them to appear at certain times of the day. You can trigger them to appear if someone's on your website within your local area. I could make sure that pop-up appears when someone's walking by my business. These are some of the cool things you can do with websites. And if you don't know this, then you need to speak to your web designer. I can trigger a pop-up when someone goes on mobile phone. If someone's on the mobile phone walking past almost my shop, I can make sure a pop-up comes up. So, for example, let me just show you. So obviously not USA. I think that's a default here. So let's go to our address at LA19 7. I'm just going to pick any address here. So let's just go. So that's almost where we are as a company. We're just north of Leeds, in the lovely North Yorkshire area, and we're just West Yorkshire. Sorry. We're just here near a town called Rawdon and Guiseley, we can trigger the pop-up to appear on this website if someone's in that location. And we can trigger it from when someone's on a mobile phone, etc., etc. And we can make it so it appears on a certain page on the website. and so on and so on and so on. And so that's what happens. And here's a example of that popper. And we've been, this is an American version, so ignore that. But you get the picture. There we are. You would edit this, you would tweak this, but it's really easy to do. So I'm just going to come away from that. I'm going to come away from that. I'm going to remind you of what we looked at today. We looked at the perfect landing page and the layout of the perfect landing page. A clear headline, a clear contact form, clear unique selling points, a bit of information about the service you're offering, just a bit. Don't go too far with that. Keep the content minimal. Keep it easy to read. People don't tend to read a lot of content anymore. Make sure there's imagery breaking up the different sections. Make sure it's symmetrical and looks good. And then have your testimonials there as well. And bear in mind that what Google say, they were telling us a lot at the end of last year, is that they've done research and only 50% of landing pages are optimized for mobile devices. So the thing that you guys need to do is optimize it for mobile devices. And that's what, if I had more time, that's exactly what I would do here. And so I'd have to edit it all, make sure it looks good, and make sure it works on mobile devices. Luckily, this one looks pretty good already. As you can see, this is our editor, so it just automatically looks good on mobile devices. So make sure it works well on mobile, because a lot of people are going to use mobile. Okay, so we've shown you a couple of things there. The main topic of conversation today, if I just come out of the screen sharing, there we go. The main topic today was the landing page and the layout of the landing page. I'm just going to have a look at the chat now, see if there's any final questions. I can't believe how time flies when we're doing these. I mean, I feel like I've just joined this webinar and it's already 3 p.m. But what else are we doing? We're all stuck inside, isolated. So let's just make the most of the time. Can I know which website builder? Okay, so WordPress. WordPress is actually, it can be easy to use as well. WordPress is a very popular platform. We're actually rebuilding our own website outside of Word. We're moving away from WordPress to the editor that I've just been using. The editor is actually ours. That dashboard that you saw there was actually InfoServe's. So unfortunately, it is only if you have a website with InfoServe. I say unfortunately, obviously we'd love to build you a website. We're not here to sell anything. I really don't want to do that. But if anyone, please excuse me, if anyone does want any help with website design or wants us to build a website for you, we can, and we can do it very, very cost effectively at the moment, because we've got this small business promotion in collaboration, in working with Google and the team at Google and Microsoft on their behalf. We're running this small business promotion, this help center, this help support. So if you wanted us to build a website, you'd be looking at probably about £50 a page. That's just giving you an idea of so maybe if it was 5 pages, it's 250, let's say. That gives you an idea of our costings. It's usually about £50 a page, sometimes less. So obviously we'd love you to get in touch, but we're not expecting anyone to we're not expecting that in return. But do reach out to us if you want any help with your website. We did one the other day for a small business based in Maidenhead, and it was a 5-page website, and we did that for about $199, and he loves it. It's perfect, and so we're happy to help. WordPress is a little bit more tricky, but it's very popular. A lot of website designers know how to edit on WordPress. So you're using WordPress. Yeah, okay. So a few of you are saying WordPress. Now, reach out to your designer. There are ways on WordPress that you can make it drag and drop. There's a tool on WordPress that you can change into a drag and drop website editor. So it makes it really easy to edit and really simple. So there are things you can do on WordPress. It shouldn't be too difficult. Hopefully we've not frozen. Kay says we've frozen. Hopefully not. You'd love to add a pop-up. If you can't add a pop-up, just add a page, a simple page. I suppose we could create a landing page for you. Really, it wouldn't cost very much at all, and you could do that. But we'd love you just to reach out to your own web designer, reach out to your team, and see if they can do that for you first. Because this is meant to be us helping you, really. So see if you can add a pop-up. Okay, good to hear, Kay. It's come back to normal. Pop-up on WordPress, yeah, WordPress. See if there's any other questions. I have got a Guards Hotel in Edinburgh. It only has 10 rooms. Will this do for me? Ian, with the 10 rooms question, I'm not quite sure what you mean. Guards Hotel in Edinburgh, I could have a quick check of that just on my own whilst I'm talking to you. But I'm not sure what you said. I've got a few minutes, guys, if anyone wants to give me their website to look at. Hi Ian, you're one of our customers. Hope you're well. Hope you're doing well. So you're asking, will this do for me? Only got 10 rooms. Ian, we can create a page on this website for you within 20 minutes. We can create a landing page. We can create a pop-up for you in about 10 minutes. Don't worry. We can. I could probably do that for you today. So if you need any help, just drop us a message and we can do that for you. Look, Ian, we'd be happy to do that for free. The pop-up, we can just do that within minutes for you. Any help you need, just give it out. Okay, a few other websites coming through. Fastfits.co.uk. I tell you what, how about I share my screen again, because apparently that's going down quite well. Josh seems to like the fact I share my screen, so I'm going to share the screen. Here we go, FastFits. I hope you don't mind me showing your website. A little bit of promotion for you. We've got quite a few dozen people in this room, so it's a good bit of promotion. FastFits, really quickly, you haven't got a title tag. So everyone in the room here, it's really important that the first thing you do on your website is update your title tag. What is the title tag? Let me just show you what the title tag is. We go to Google and we type your business name into Google. Let me just make that a bit neater. Let me just check I've got the right one here. Are you in Newcastle? You could probably tell me quicker than... I'm going to... I've got too many tabs open now. Let me just close some of these tabs. FastFits. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. I think this is you. Yes, you are Newcastle. Tow Bar Fit in Newcastle. Hi, FastFits. Sorry about the slight delay there. What is the title tag? Wow, FastFits, you've got some crazy things going on here. Let me just show you what's happening. Someone is running ads on the keyword FastFits. So someone is actually paying for Google Ads, and so everyone should do a search for their business name. And if you ever see this, it's not good. It means that someone is running an ad campaign on your business name. Now, there's maybe a couple of reasons as to why that is. They're actually bidding on your brand name, which is quite an interesting trick that you can do. You can actually run a campaign on someone else's business name. It is a bit of sometimes it's not quite as simple as that. Or you can use keywords and so it might be that they're using keywords that are similar, but they're certainly coming up, and so is this company here. So you've got a couple of, I think these are competitors that are coming up, and they're coming up above your own website. Brilliant that you do come up here, but just bear that in mind that someone's running an ad campaign. I'd probably recommend running an ad campaign on Google for your business name. So basically set up an ad campaign, put the keyword in with your business name. And yes, that will cost you some money. I don't know how much it might cost, £100 or £200 a month, but is it worth it? I think it is, because if you think about every time someone Googles your business name, I'm not going to click on these guys because it will cost them money, so I'm not going to click. But if everyone searches your business name and then they click on this, you've lost that potential inquiry. How much is one inquiry worth to you? Work that out and then think, okay, is it worth spending a couple of £100 a month on Google Ads? It probably is. So bear that in mind. What is the title tag? It's this. Sorry, this bit here, the blue bit here. This is your title tag. Your title tag says home. So this is what I'm concerned about, and I'm only here to try and help. I hope taking this in the best possible way. It looks like you've got a fantastic business because other people are trying to compete with you, which is a good sign, to be honest. But one thing you need to update today is your title tag. So if I just go back to your website, I can also see your title tag just at the top here on my browser, on the tabs that come up. When you open a tab on your browser, you can see it says home-fast. That's the title tag. You need to update that, and what you need to put in there is mobile tow bar fitting Newcastle. You need to put the keyword and location in your title tag today if you can, and wow, if you do that, you will see a boost in your organic ranking. So if someone types into Google tow bar fit or other related keywords, you will come up high on Google. I'm just going to look through your website really quickly. Other than that, it does look very good. It does look very nice. Let me just go to services. So you do detachable tow bars. And there we go. You've got a very clear call to action. Where does that take me? Okay. Something to be a bit concerned about is that took me to a page that I have to then click another button. So the more buttons I have to click, the conversion rates nosedive. The conversion rates go down and down and down and down. Every time I have to click a button on a website, the fewer conversions. So I remember I went to your detachable tow bars page. It looks really nice. That's really good. But I've clicked on book appointment, and then it's making me click again. And if you look down your page, there's no buttons there's no call to actions. So this is all fantastic, good content, but have a little call to action here saying book now or contact us. Keep putting your call to actions all the way down your page. Don't get me wrong, you don't want to spam it too much. You don't want loads and loads and loads, but make sure you have your button in more than one place on the page. Great that you've got testimonials, 10 out of 10. Well done on that, but I'm concerned that there's no button there. So there's only one button here. And remember, I've come from another page to get to this. So now I'm going to click on this button here. Ooh, okay. That is strange. So you want to have a look at that because obviously I can't get in contact with you. So that is really hurting conversion rates on your website. So if there's anyone we've really helped today, I'm hoping it's Fast Fits. Fantastic. Looks like a great business. You've got great branding. I love the branding. I love the car, and you've got your logo on your car. Everything looks really good. You've got some brilliant reviews. It's just that clearly there's some crucial things that are hurting you at the moment with that. Let me just go back, stop my screen sharing. So can we get your opinion on Glenn's Opticians? Yes, we can, Adrian. Let me have a look at Glenn's Opticians. Let me share the screen. Sorry, it goes a bit crazy when I share the screen. It just goes into kind of inception mode, doesn't it, when it multiple screens. Here we go. I'm going to accept cookies. Just you can have my cookie there. Okay, so Glenn's Opticians. All right. Looking at the first impressions, good. Looks good. A little bit close. Everything's a little bit close together, so it needs a bit of separation, I think. Just a bit more spacing between sections because it is all quite cramped and close together. That's a piece of design advice. But apart from that, yeah, really good. Clear headlines. Really like that. Very clear headlines. Call to action is missing though. What you need here, Adrian, is a button just here, I'd say. Or is this clickable? No, you need something to be clicking because I want to take my next step. I want to go further. I think that these bits, yeah, okay, so these bits will be clickable. That's fine. But you might want to use this area at the top just to maybe, I don't know, get a contact us button here. Because remember, when people go to your website, it might not be the first visit, it might be their fifth visit or sixth. And what people are doing, they're in a rush sometimes. They just want to contact you. They just want to get in touch. I know you've got your contact details at the top page there, at the top of the page, but sometimes they just want to go to the contact page. Or there might be a promotion that you're running that you might want to use this space for here. So just think about that. Think about the design in terms of the layout, the spacing. spacing between sections. Okay, we're just going to go onto the glasses page. I'm sure this is one of your more popular pages. What you might notice is, again, the lack of call to action. What we're looking at here is the above the fold. Remember, this is above the fold, which means that it's the first thing I see on my screen. I'm not having to scroll down the page. Okay, sorry if the connection was dropping in and out before. Apologies for that. But what we're looking at here is one of your pages, and there's no call to action. So you need a button or a call to action for that visitor to take action. Remember, make it really easy for people to take action and get in touch. Make it really easy. As I say, I know that you've got the stuff at the top of the page there, but if someone doesn't see that, then they're looking through the page and I'm looking. Okay, I'm interested. I want to click. I want to take action. I want to get in touch. Where do I go? Honestly, remember, you've got a few seconds to make this conversion happen. So you really want to make it easy for that visitor to take that next step. So you've got glasses, a good headline. So you've got some unique selling points listed here. Maybe what I'd recommend is to make it clear what your unique selling points are. Josh has told me about a couple of pages that have good unique. I mean, we've seen quite a lot of pages already that have good unique selling points. Let me try and show you an example if I can again. On this bit here, you'd have your unique selling points nicely laid out. And it's just, that's what I'm comparing to. I'm comparing to what we just looked at here, and the layout and the kind of simplicity of things standing out. So I'm going to look at what makes you unique. Thousands of frames. Okay. That could be a bullet point in its own right. So maybe just think about doing bullet points here. Even bullet points can highlight your unique selling points. Thousands of frames from £15. Okay, I'm reading multiple things at once here. Sorry. Okay, I'm not sure when you were established. It was anything. Just make, for example, testimonials. I'd probably have a couple of testimonials on the page as well. It's great that you've got a dedicated page, but maybe you could consider having them at the bottom. You know, just to maybe a slider of 3 or 4 testimonials. Just a couple of things here I think you might have taken away from this. Let me go back to the chat. No problem, Adrian. Thanks. I hope some of it's useful. This is a hugely rushed scenario. You know, happy to spend more time one-to-one. I've got guys at the office, well, not at the office at the moment, right? But we've got guys in the company that are even better than me, that have had, like myself, but they've had a lot of Google training. So if you want to speak to any of us, you know, completely free, one-to-one, we're happy to do that. But ultimately, we're going to be doing these webinars every day. So just keep coming in and you'll get all this content from the webinars anyway. So just keep dropping in. Okay, Andrew, you say we're a customer already. Basic Google Bing listing, £250 a year. Okay. Well, I'm certainly not here to ask you to spend money. That's the last thing I want to do. But I am the operations manager at InfoServe. I just want to say that if you are doing marketing with Google and Bing, my recommendation is, well, Google say a minimum £6 a day, and that's just them saying it's not going to work for anything less. Well, not work, but you know, it's not going to really drive a lot of inquiries. The £250 a year solution will work. It will get you some inquiries, but what you're missing out on is more of a reaching more people. There's, you know, for example, you might be reaching 10% of the market, but there's another 90% of people looking for what you do on Google and Bing, and your ads just don't show to that 90% because it's limited by budget. So quite simply, it's no benefit to us. The more you put into Google ads, the more it benefits you. It doesn't impact us as a company. We always take we'll always take kind of a simple management fee, of course, but the more budget you put in, it actually gets your ads showing more of the time, so you get more inquiries. So that's all I would say about expenditure on ads. And you can all do this as well. It's very simple. Just going to check the chat. Do you want me to check another one? What site is Michael's built in? Do you want So Josh is asking, Josh, can I ask which site were you referring to? Which site are we talking about for? What site is it built on? Bearing in mind, I'm struggling to do two things at once, typically. But which site are we referring to? Let me, title tag. Someone said, can we have a look at the title tag on Hair Emporium? We'll have a quick look. I've got no major plans today, guys, so I've got a bit more time. But happy, obviously, if someone wants to drop off, that's absolutely. We've got quite a lot of people in here still already, so it looks like we've all got the same ambition to help, sort our businesses out at this time. So let's have a look at the title tag. Let me share my screen. Rudely, I was looking at your website without showing my screen. There we go. Hair Emporium. I've found a problem already. I can't remember your name. I can't go back to the chat because it'll go into that weird window mode. But sorry about. But Hair Emporium, I found something. So Hair Emporium, you need to make your website secure. I don't know if you can see the address bar on your website, where it says or it says hair-emporium.co.uk. It says on my browser, not secure. That is putting a lot of people off. And what that is putting people off from doing is this, filling in your contact form. Because if I fill out my details here, blah, 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 etc., etc. I've got loads of names coming up there, all my predicted names. So if I fill out my contact form, what it's saying, by not having a secure website, it's saying that my data isn't secure. Where is my data going? It's not secure, and I can't trust it. So look, in reality, you're very, the business looks very trustworthy. The website looks fantastic. It looks like a very good website. Apart from that, very professional, and it looks like you really take this very seriously. Big names, and I'll come to all that in a minute. It's just that this is something that's overlooked by so many businesses in the UK. Don't worry, this isn't just you. I'd say this is probably over 50% of businesses we speak to haven't got a secure website yet. You can make it secure really quickly. You need to speak to your website developer about that, though. Obviously, Josh in the chat, whose name is coming up as my name, he can help you as well. But it needs to be secure. You're losing conversions because of that. But in terms of the title tag, yeah, Hair Emporium, I'm really sorry, but the title tag needs to be changed, updated. There's nothing. It's not awful. It's your business name. Your business name is in the title tag. But what you need to do is you need to put your keyword, basically what you do. And so you're a coloring specialist. And let me just see let me just have a look at your services. Really nice, by the way. Very, very, I love the font. I love the size of that font. It's fantastic. We've got a new website coming soon, InfoServe website, which I've played a big part in, and it's big font like this. I really love that kind of style. But yeah, I love it. Well done. That's really good. Lovely image, bit of graphic design there. Very impressed. You've had a proper designer do that. So well done. That's very good. Services. Let me just, bearing in mind for those first few seconds, I'm struggling to see. I know you've got these PDFs here, but I don't really want to go to a PDF. I just want to look at the services in a list almost. I just want to see what you do really quickly. Because remember, I don't know you, and I get my haircut, and I'm sure my partner, etc., will get her haircut, and etc., etc. So it's hairdressing, obviously. So I just want to know. We just want to know what it is you do within seconds. But I won't open up the price guide because I'll be taken away. But I'm sure it's in there. But just bear that in mind. I need to know the key information as quick as possible. People haven't got much patience. The other thing about your title tag is it just on this particular page, it just says the Hair Emporium. With that kind of like a dash services. You need to put hairdressing or hair coloring, and then where are you based? Let me just check where you're based. So you've got your keyword, you need your keyword, you need title tag, and then you need Kirkby in Ashfield in next to the keyword. Let me just see whereabouts that is. I know it's in Nottinghamshire, but let me. Oh, okay. So you're next to Mansfield. Consider, this is another thing. If you're outside of a major town or city in a village, consider actually using the town instead of Kirkby and Ashfield. So your title tag could say hairdressers Mansfield, because ultimately people are going to be willing to travel for a good service. I know you're in Kirkby and Ashfield, but there's probably not many searches on Google for hairdressers or the keyword that it's applicable for in that location, Kirkby and Ashfield. There's probably not that many searches, so it's probably not worth optimizing too heavily on that location, and instead go for Mansfield, because if you optimize your website for Mansfield, then you'll start to appear when someone types in hairdressers Mansfield or all the other kind of keywords as well, not just the main keyword. So there's a couple of tips there. Let me doing this as quick as we can. What Josh said to me is someone asked Lamberhurst Golf Club, what is it built in? Okay, well, there is a little trick you can find out what your website's built in, and if you just go to builtwith.com, and all you do is you type in your URL. Now, unfortunately, this is quite a long URL, and I always struggle to type and talk. So let's just see if I can do that. This is a public tool, and it's builtwith.com. I see that you've got Google Analytics set up. Great. And by the way, one of our sessions soon is all about Google Analytics. Everyone should have Google Analytics installed on their website, because without it, you cannot optimize. You cannot know what's going wrong, what's going right. You need to have Google Analytics installed, but we'll be helping you with that in a future webinar. This looks like a PHP website, which means it is quite tech heavy. It doesn't look like a WordPress website. It looks like it's a very tech heavy web development. So you've got a web developer that's built this. Let me just have a quick look at the website really quick. So this one might be more. Oops, sorry, no, it's not going to work. Lambda. It's worth everyone watching this, because I'm sure that's two words. It's worth everyone watching this, because the same thing applies to everyone. Okay, so this is it, isn't it? This is the one. Okay, let me just go back to Google. I hope you're still here in the room. What we talked about on Tuesday, I think it was, or Wednesday, we talked about everyone's brand on Google, their brand on Google, and how their business is represented on Google. This is how your brand is represented on Google. And bearing in mind that the first thing, really, one of the first things that people look at is this. Now, I need you to be aware that this is how people are seeing your brand. When I say brand, I mean how your business is represented. People often end their searches, so their journey to the booking, to the phone call, to actually booking with you, they often end it with a business name search on Google. So I found your website a couple of weeks ago. I've now got some time. It's Saturday afternoon. Oh, I need to sort my golfing stuff out. So I'm going to just, what was that? I'm just going to type in the business name into Google. There we go. This is the final thing that people see before they make a consideration to call you or book with you. So first of all, you need some photos. So what I'm going to show you is an example of, well, let me go to that one we always use. Damn it, Decor. You need to represent that business better on Google. Just get rid of this privacy thing. There we go. So even a better photo than that. But basically what I'm saying is photos of your work, photos of your business. You can upload photos for free to your Google listing. So you can upload photos so that it shows right here on Google for free. You can do that within 10 minutes. So all you need to do is log in to your Google My Business, which can be found once you sign into Google. It can be found at the top here under these dots. You just go to Google My Business, or you can just do a search on Google for Google My Business, and then you can log in and get to this listing and start editing this listing. So look, there's no it's not, it hasn't even been claimed. I don't, look, if this isn't your business, I'm really sorry, but this is someone's business, or this is what is showing, and it's just making everyone aware that this is one of the first things you need to get in order when it comes to online presence and online marketing. The way we say it is get the house in order, get the home in order, which is your Google listing, your Bing listing, and just how your website looks. So these are the first things you should get in order as a business. So I'm just going to go to your website. Remember, this is built by a developer, so you would have to contact your website developer. By the way, fantastic looking website, beautiful looking business. I'm hugely impressed, and it looks like you've done very well here with the website. So it's beautiful, it really is. Let me just look at the title tag. Okay, so there's a problem with the title tag. It says home, and then it says Lamberhurst Golf Club. Let me just check. He's asking how you change your title tag. Yes, you do that. Well, you're going to have to, because this is your title tag here, you're going to have to contact your website developer, I'm afraid, because what they're going to have to do is basically go into the back end of the website editor. Let me just show everyone really quickly how you can change your title tag in a website editor. The problem is that every website editor is different. This is the problem. WordPress is different to ours. Ours is different to Wix. Wix is different to etc, etc, etc. So it's always very different to one another. But essentially, you need to go to your website editor. And what you need to do is you should have an SEO section on your website editor. So it's usually in the tools area. So for ours, what you do is you go on and you click the cog. There's a little cog here next to every page. And on that cog, it says SEO. So all I do is click on SEO. And there we go. I'm taken through to the bit where I put the landing page. So for you, Lamberhurst Golf Club, I would put, golf club. And I don't know where you are, so I'll just make it up. Leeds. I know you're not in Leeds, and then I would put something like you could maybe put a different location actually. You could maybe put your county as well. I cannot type and talk. I'm really sorry. Put the county, and then what I would do is a dash. I'm trying to get a nice looking dash here. There we go. And I'd go Lamberhurst Golf Club. Oops, Golf Club. There we go. There's the title tag. That's almost a perfect title tag. You could put maybe one of the keywords in there, or one of the location. I could maybe go like that. But keep the characters under, well, I would say 65 characters if I'm honest, but 70 characters is the absolute. It says here on our own, it says 55 characters really, but you can go up to 70 characters. There's the page title tag, and then here's the page description tag. We specialize in blah 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 blah. We've been established since 1999, etc. And you've got about 160 characters here, so you can really make that a bit more descriptive. But make sure here you put, we are a golf club located in blah 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 blah. So that's what I would do, is update your title tag and your page description, and then once you've done that, it will start to show not only on Google, but it'll also be on your website, and then it will start to boost your website ranking. How amazing is that? So that is the quick way of boosting your website ranking. Right, we need to wrap it up. We've been on here for a long time. Sorry, Josh, you can dive off here anytime. I don't want to keep you any longer. Okay, Andrew, I'm glad I helped. That's fantastic. I think there's a few other people asking for help. If anyone's not diving off, Josh is just going to have to go now. He's going to leave. Josh, it's okay. I know you've got other commitments, but I can do one or two more checks. But happy to see if anyone wants to go. Thank you so much for joining. Just to reiterate something before I do one or two more checks. If I can just pull up my slide here, just to sort of reiterate, because a few people have been asking how to contact us, you can contact us, obviously. We're here to help. We're doing this on behalf of our partners, Google and Microsoft. One of only 3 companies in the UK to be a Google Premier Partner and Microsoft Elite Partner, which is the highest level of partnership you can have in digital marketing for small businesses like you guys. So we're able to help you. Like I say, we've been here 20 years, and we hope this is helping. So if you do want to contact us, there's the contact details. Goodbye if anyone wants to go. Right, we're not doing it tomorrow. Okay, so this is the thing, guys. You might get a notification to join tomorrow. Sorry about that, but it's just because it's a daily. We can only schedule it daily, so you might get a notification to join tomorrow, but we're not doing it tomorrow. It is our day off. What we are doing it, we're back on Monday. Back Monday, 2 p.m. Monday. We're right at the moment planning the Monday session, but we've got some really cool things again to go through on Monday. We truly believe that every single piece of information we've shown you is stuff that you can do today yourselves, hopefully, fingers crossed, and you can, and the effects that this information is going to have on your business is massive. They are massive. So, for example, I'm just going to go to a company that we did this for. For example, here's a company that we did one of our help for, which was the areas we cover. We just helped. They did it themselves. They've done some work themselves, I think, as well. But we did this website and we created some pages, areas we cover, and they've already seen some amazing effects. So this company isn't in Middlesbrough. I think they're maybe 15, 20 miles outside of Middlesbrough. But we created a landing page for Middlesbrough. And then when I go to Google and type in signage Middlesbrough, it's quite a big town. There's obviously many people living up there, quite a commercial town. There they are. They appear on page 1 of Google for signage Middlesbrough. And that's all because we optimize, and this is something you can do. This is what we've shown you. We've shown you how to do this. Create an areas we cover page. For all of those different areas, they appear on page 1 of Google for all those different keywords. So these things are really powerful suggestions. So we hope that this is working. So we're going to go through and look at 2 more examples. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the social media stuff next week. So we're going to be looking at more of how you can run your own really successful campaign on social media, how you can get more followers to your Facebook page. Right now, it's so important to get more followers on your Facebook and Instagram page. Instagram is huge. We've got some really cool and easy things to show you that you can implement on Instagram and Facebook. It'll take you 30 minutes to implement them. So we're going to show you those things next week. But the next webinar is on Monday, 2 p.m. Please, one favor from us. We ask only one thing here. Please tell businesses. Josh, if you're still in the chat, can you drop the link for this webinar? I don't know if he's still in there, but basically the link to this webinar is the same link that you landed on, that you guys got. So if you just get that link, it'll be in your emails, or the link is on infoserve.com/COVID. Probably not the best page name really now, but we're using that. We're going with it. We're just wanting to help everyone. But go to that page, use the link, share that link with some local businesses. Please share that link with local businesses. We just want to help as many businesses as we can. Okay, so we're going to check 1 or 2 more, and then we're done. I promise. So I'm going to stop the slide. Check 1 or 2 more. Here we go. This is where the pace. Josh has dropped the link in the chat there, by the way. Please do share that link with any local businesses that you know. This isn't, putting you in competition with them in any way. It really will just help businesses survive. We're just wanting to help businesses survive at this key time. I'm based in North Yorkshire, and I've shared that link with a few people in there's a few businesses around me in some towns. Harrogate is near me, Leeds. We've got a lot of local I just want to help as many local businesses to me, so if you can share that link with anyone around you, we really do appreciate that. So a couple more examples. Let's have a look. So Monday, 2 p.m. The Key Locksmith. Okay, Gerard, the Key Locksmith. Could you just tell me where you're based, Gerard? Because I think there'll be a few results come up for that, the Key Locksmith. But give me your location, and then I'll go ahead and type that into Google. Do ask your website developers what our website's built on, and they will be able to answer your question. Okay, so we've got a few others examples here. County Physio. So I'm going to go back to Key Locksmith. That'll be my final one. That's the final call. But in the meantime, I'm just going to look at County Physio. Let's have a quick look. And I'll also open up let me just check where you are, just to make sure I get the right one on Google. You are based in Haddington. So I'm going to County Physio Haddington. I'm going to have a look at Google first before we look at your website. Okay. So it's all good on the left. Everything looks good. Your Facebook page is also coming up. Notice I'm dropping new things into these webinars. I'm mentioning Facebook a bit more now, but we'll be looking at that later. So always make sure your Facebook page comes up. We'll be showing you how to get your Facebook page to come up in the results soon. Photos look good. That's the first thing I see personally is photos. Yeah, good. Could you update them with any more? I'd love to see a few more photos in there. How do you update those photos? Well, you just sign into Google and then click on the dots just here at the top right, and it should have a Google My Business app that comes up. You just go into your app and update the photos. Is that where you are? It's a shame it's got some scaffolding at the moment, but I'm sure that will change eventually. But if that's not where you are, you can go into your Google My Business, go to your address, and you can move the map pin. So you go to your address bit in the info tab on Google My Business, you can move that map pin ever so slightly, and it actually does sometimes change the position of the see outside. So you can actually edit that slightly. You need more Google reviews, because that's the first thing I see for reviews. How am I judging your business? I'm looking at reviews. And if there's only 2, then that gives me a bit of a kind of concern at the back of my mind. So make sure you update, get people to leave reviews. How do you get people to update your Google reviews? Well, simply tell them to Google your business name. And once they Google your business name, they can just click write a review. And so if I went here, as long as I'm signed in, I can then just write a review. It's very simple. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Yes, you are using the posts on Google. Well done. And you've got a COVID-19 post. That's the first time I've seen that. I haven't got your name. Sorry, County Physio. That's the very first time I've seen Google Posts being used for COVID-19 situation. And there you go. Look, that's on the Google search results. You can manipulate how Google search results look just by updating your Google My Business page. So well done. That's great. Can't find a business description. Something to bear in mind. Maybe I'm missing that. Maybe I'm just getting a bit tired now and missing the description, but have a check in your info in the Google My Business info tab. Make sure you've got the description in there. Let's have a quick look at your website. Quickly go to so the title tag just does say the word home in it. You can just delete that. You don't need to have the word home in your title tag. I recommend everyone to get rid of it. It's using up valuable space, valuable characters. And what I would do is have the keywords first. So physiotherapy, Haddington. What else do you do? Okay. Which one of these is probably the most popular? I don't know. We'd have to maybe look at some keyword research for you. Again, one of our sessions we're going to show you how to find out Google search volume. So we're going to show you how to actually work out what keyword gets the most searches on Google, so that you can then optimize your and do little tricks with keywords. But let's say, for example, neck pain is one of the most popular Google searches. You could use your title tag and say physiotherapy, neck pain, Haddington, and then you've got your business name after that. So I just recommend using that space a bit better. Great headline, lovely image at the top here. That's lovely. That's lovely. Telephone number. I'd recommend maybe thinking about having a telephone number at the top of the page, because obviously if everyone's, most people are now on mobile, they go onto mobile and they're just looking for a telephone number within seconds. They just want that within seconds. So do consider having a telephone number at the top. Okay, so you've got some call to actions. I'm not going to click on that just yet. I'm just going to go to one of your pages, and let's have a look at the title tag. It says neck pain, and it does have a better title tag actually on this one. So you've got the neck pain in there. And my only concern though is that there's no call to action. So we've talked today about having the perfect landing page. Let me just go back to that perfect landing page. Here is how I would structure your page, your service page, because we were also talking about this being the perfect service page. So look kind of at the difference between the two. Here we've got a clear headline and clear call to action where I can just fill this form in and get in touch. I've also got really obvious unique selling points. So there we go. So do bear that in mind because you need a clear, because it does say it here. So here it says call the telephone number to book an appointment. That really needs to be more in your face. You need to really get that sort of near the top of the page or somewhere, somewhere where it's obvious. Have a look at even Amazon. Have a look at the Apple website. Have a look at many of the popular websites that we see every day. How they use call to actions. They spend thousands and thousands of pounds on something called conversion rate optimization, which is exactly what I've shown you today for free, which is laying out a page, having all of this optimization in, and this is conversion rate optimization, and businesses pay thousands to have this done to their own website. So just do consider that the call to action isn't strong enough. It's not very easy for me to find how to get in contact with you. One last one was the key locksmith. And then we'll be gone. So some of you are dropping out. See you Monday. If anyone's going, bye everyone. See you Monday. I'm going to do one more. Key locksmith Gerard, I think you've had to go. Oh, Orpington. Key locksmith Orpington. Let me just share my screen one last time and go to Key locksmith Orpington. Okay, let's have a look. I think I'm going to need a coffee after this. It's quite hard work doing all. It's talking for an hour and a half. It's it's good fun though. I love it. It's good fun. Let's have a look. I'm just also looking at. I'm scouring around here. I'm concerned about this ad that's coming up here. I'm really concerned about why. If that's you. Great. Let me just check if it's you. I don't think it is you because the telephone number might be different. I'm just concerned that someone's running an ad. But what they're running an ad on is the keyword locksmith. And this is where you'll find it difficult to avoid because that means if anyone types the keyword locksmith into Google, and even if I was to put, this probably won't work, the very best key locksmith Orpington. Yep, there we go. It's worked. So I'm going to put food. No, it doesn't work for that. Basically, the way Google Ad works is you can pick a keyword. It's gone now. And the reason why it's gone, you saw the ad before, but the reason why it's gone is because sometimes Google will hide the ad. If I don't click on it, they won't show it again. But basically, you've got ads coming up because people are bidding on the keyword locksmith. Even if people put your business name in, because your business name has the keyword locksmith in it, you'll find that ads do appear when someone's searching for your business name. That is a bit of a pain, I know. And that's why it's sometimes, it's one of those kind of catch-22s. Do you have a brand name like Google, like InfoServe, or do you use a brand name like the Key Locksmith, or we could have been maybe digital marketing company? It's kind of the sort of side effect of having a keyword in your business name is that ads might appear for other businesses. So do bear that in mind. I wonder if you might need to update your description. We're going to have a look at that in a minute. So obviously you're a remote business, fine, that's okay. You can hide your address, by the way. You don't have to show your full address if you don't want to. You can actually just put your postcode into Google My Business, and then hopefully that will get rid of this here. Okay, just to have a look at your photos. Okay, good. You've got lots of photos. And you've tagged some of those photos. Great. When I say tagged, you've actually put keywords. You've labeled the photographs, the images, which is great. That's another thing you can do. When you upload a photo, you can actually label the photo with the keywords of your choice. Is there a picture of you? I really want to see a picture of you. I know that sounds daft, but don't be shy. A lot of people have trust. Let me just try and explain. Trust is the key thing that's stopping people using a business. trust. And you've got to build trust. You've got to get trust to get the inquiry. To get trust, you need good reviews. You need lots of reviews. To get trust, you might want to show a picture of you and your team, and that then people just feel a bit warmer and safer about the whole process. If you're camera shy, I completely understand. Open 24 hours, brilliant. You're an emergency locksmith, great. Emergency locksmith, wow. By the way, if you run a Google Ads campaign, good luck. They're very hard to master for emergency locksmiths. You can end up paying an absolute fortune, but make sure you set your Google Ads campaign up well. You're using posts, brilliant, well done. You've got the posts, and the last one 2 days ago. Please tell me that was on the back of our recommendation. No, you've been doing it for a while. That's great though. You've been doing this. You're really looking after your Google My Business listing. Make sure you maybe add more description. You may have added more description. It might only be showing this as a snippet, but just check your description. Make sure it's got everything you want in there. You know, what kind of guarantees do you offer? What kind of what is it that makes me want to use you? Let's check the website. You've got 62 views. That is fantastic work. Well done. I would use you if I was locked out my house. So this is great. You've got a good title tag: locksmiths, Southeast London, North Kent, the key locksmiths. Good optimization. You've got the heading in there as well, and you've got this is a well laid out website. The only recommendation I'd say from a design point of view is this image is quite low resolution. I don't know if that makes any sense, but a low res image can appear quite blurry, and even small things like that can put people off. I know this sounds a bit picky, but people are can be very fickle, are very sort of materialistic, and we look at things and we look at how good things look, and if things don't look good, we're a bit I'm not sure, you know, if things look a bit kind of low res, maybe that can put people off. It's not the worst thing, by the way. I see it all the time. Don't worry, you're not the only one. I imagine most businesses have this issue, as do we sometimes as well. So don't worry, but it is something to keep an eye on. It's good that you've got that association on there, though. So well done. That's fantastic. You've got a lot of text here, which is good for SEO. It's good for optimization. Just bear in mind, people won't tend to read all of that. You've got the key unique selling points here. Okay, you've got the key unique selling points here. I wonder if I can show you a locksmith example or not. We've got a few locksmiths that we work with, but what I wanted to show you was how to sort of really kind of get your unique selling points laid out. Maybe it's like that, or maybe it's across the page. You know, just underneath the bit here would look good. Let me see if I can find another. This lovely lady, I work with her quite closely on her website, and what she does is she's got unique selling points right here, just underneath the hero image. It just makes it a little bit more easy to read, a bit more eye-catching. But yeah, you know, and then you've got obviously testimonials, etc., etc. But if I just go back to that, at least you've got them. So fantastic that you've got unique selling points. Let me just go to one of your pages, and by the way, you've got a nice form here. That's very simple, very clear. It is just a little bit cluttered in some places. That's all. It is just a little bit cluttered. But is it the worst thing for a locksmith? Probably not. You know, you can probably get away with that. Just bear in mind, though, it is a little bit cluttered. Okay, so I'm just going to go to intelligent security because I noticed straight away. I'm just going to go to another page. On your title tag, oh, you have got Orpington there, but I'm just going to go back to intelligent. You haven't got the location, that you know, your geographic location on some of your pages in the title tag. So just make sure you put Orpington at least into that title tag. And then what I would do is the same again here. Let's have a look at car locksmiths, because you've done it here, but you didn't do it on that other one there. Okay, so you've got 2 call to actions: phone number, email. That's fine. That's okay. You've got a couple of other buttons going on here. It's okay. That's fine. It's just bear in mind, if you run a campaign or if you want to run a Facebook ad or a Google ad or any kind of campaign, I'd recommend maybe creating this same kind of page, duplicating this page, but simplifying it. If you simplify it and just make it really simple with simple call to action, not multiple buttons, that would be fantastic for a actual campaign, for an ad campaign. It will really increase conversion rates. But aside from that, really good. I like it. I like this. And you've got an areas we cover. You've used the trick that we mentioned earlier in the week. Did we build this website for you? It looks like it's one of our sites, but you've done really well there. So well done. Some good stuff going on that website. Okay, so going back. There's me done. There's me done. I wish I could spend all day with you. I'm going to say goodbye, but before I do, one last reminder: if you could share this link, I've just put it in the comments in the chat. If you could share that link with anyone you know. I'm going to answer a couple of last questions in a minute. A couple of last questions coming up in a minute. But if you could share that link with any business, we'd love to see more businesses join. Okay, so how important is having the location in the title tag, especially when you cover a large area? Good question. It is very important if you're a local business to have the location in your title tag. Even if you cover a 20-mile radius, what you could do is if you cover lots and lots of areas, I would have maybe in areas we cover different pages on your website for all the different locations that you cover, and then you can put the title tag specific for each location. If you're a national company, clearly you wouldn't need a location in your title tag. It would just be the keywords only. I would. I do. It is very important to have the location in the title tag, especially if you want to appear on Google for a specific location. So whilst we're sort of north of Leeds, we cover the whole of the UK. But actually, on one of our pages, and we created a leads page with digital marketing leads, and we've optimized that page for leads, and it works really well. So I do the same for yourselves. One of the question. Great insight. No, thank you for the feedback. Okay, everything looks good. I'm going to let you go. Have a lovely day. Have a lovely Saturday. Whatever you're doing. Stay safe. Hopefully this has worked well for you. Let me know, and we will continue. We'll be continuing on Monday, definitely. But we'd love to get your feedback and know whether we should continue these more on a permanent basis. Let me know and share that link. Please share that link with businesses local. Put it on your Facebook page. Oh my, wow! I would hug you all if you can put that link on your Facebook page. We'd appreciate that so much. And then we'll see you Monday, 2 p.m. Thank you, guys. Right, catch you Monday.